For those whānau that are new to the kaupapa, Tāne Ora and Hine Ora programs that we've set up in our community, because of the cry from the community and through this lady sitting up the front here, she said, well, okay, so what's your cry from your community? Well, we want things that are going to work for us as a people, working within the transformation of violence. And so that's why she offered for Brendan and I to create some programs that may work with our people. And so it's all around the transformation of violence. But it's much bigger than that, and it's not just a program, it's not just kaupapa that goes for 10 weeks or 4 weeks or however long it's gone. It's a lifetime commitment to the transformation of violence against our whānau. And violence is not just the physical act, it's all transgressions across whakapapa. And so for us, it's really serious business, and we commit to the pledge every day. Here's an example of this, the t-shirts that we're wearing about Year 2 whānau. And this is a charter here that says and states what we have committed to and committed our lives to. And there's some other people that have signed it, so I encourage you while you're here to sign this if you are willing to pledge a lifetime to this kaupapa. But at the end of the day, don't write on it if you're not prepared to do that, because otherwise you're just, not being tickered to your own kaupapa. We've had a wonderful year this year with you. We were excited, we were scared, because we were thinking, okay, so we've created all this hype within our communities of Turangi and Taupo. We've now set up our Tāne Ora Tuakana Rōpū, and they're ready to start rocking out stuff from over that side, but they want to come and meet our whānau over here. So it's been a huge, exciting year in terms of Tāne Ora and Hine Ora.
As I looked around the room, I saw William's picture. And this was a picture, I think it was on our second week, and the boys in my class, or young men in my class, were a little bit iffy. What's this all about? Blah, 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 blah. And this picture went up, and if I can use it as an example, because all our answers, nothing's wrong. It's our interpretation of what we see. And this particular verse, that's how I remember it so vividly, as William said to us, we all see the world through different sets of eyes. And everyone looked around and went, hey, where are you coming from, bro? And Peter, Helen went, oh, that's awesome. And someone else went, but it was awesome because, as I said, nothing's wrong, and he came out with that. And I looked at Mama, I just tapped him on the shoulder, because at Tāne Ora, we haven't seen this picture before. And we haven't seen this picture before, as you haven't seen some of ours. So for us, that's total sharing, because we've got no background into what that is. We've got no background into what this is, yet we can probably understand it at some level, which is fine, because we're not measuring levels. That's what we get out of that picture. And that's the beauty of Tāne Ora. You take the information in at your own pace. We have a kai together, so you get to see ourselves in a different light. And you take away, and you might think or ponder or other things. I've known Prudence for a while in various roles, and I watch her every day. Every time she comes to the Wahine Ora, I see her beaming, and I see her 100% Prudence, and there's this halo and stuff like, man, that's awesome. Because I've been with Prudence sometimes when the halo wasn't so flash. Hey, but that's the speech straight up, hey? And it's fantastic. So if that works for us, and my goal obviously is to get this room used, it's to get more young men here, it's to get more young women here, and then we help grow the capacity of our young people, our town, our community, things like that. So I thank you guys for all the input that you've had, for the times when you haven't wanted to be here, and you've stuck through it, for the times that you have, and have enjoyed it and shared and so on. I think it's really neat. Again, Brennan, I thank them publicly, but I'll thank them again for the work they helped me do for Peter for Peter. She was awake, I think, 21 hours for that bike ride. Brendan said he was going the whole night. He's got the most sleep of all of us. He got about 6 hours. I got about 3. And that example of Peter for Peter, and that example of us going to hospital to see Peter in the hospital when he first got his injury, is what Tāne was all about. And that defined it for us. It's not a Wednesday thing at 11:30 to 2. or Wednesday thing from 9 to 11:30. It's about all the time, things happening on. We all have highs, we all have lows, but Tāne Ora and Hine Ora exist outside of all that. So thank you for all your input. Thank you, Brendan and Kimmy. Thank you, Gloria, from behind the pole. Thank you. She works really hard for us. These things aren't free. We try and make it as free as we can. I commit some of the budget for my class to this for Kai and stuff. The school gives us the facility, but we still need to have some money to do some things. So thank you, Gloria. I've worked with Gloria before. She looks at me and goes, just runs around doing stuff. But it works for us. And it's worked for us here, so we can make road. So kia ora everybody. Thank you. Merry Christmas on this Wednesday. Kia ora.
We don't know from one day to the next what we'll be doing in 1 year's time and 5 years' time, but we can make a change today and for tomorrow. Kia ora tātou.
To live without wānanga. Privileged to be a part. Provides a space for our wairua at Hine Ora, our tinama, just the whole thing. And I just want to say, just be strong, our tāne, and when our men are strong, we are strong. And I was just saying to Sister on the way here, we stopped on the side of the road, and just being together as a family, it's just like, I feel so strong as a family. Physically, it just feels amazing. When we're in a good space, then anything's possible. And just my love for my sister and my darling, and just grateful that, I don't know, I just could carry on because that's how much I believe in this trip with it too. And for myself, I didn't realise the kinds of experiences that I had. I didn't see them as violence, actually, but just talking about it more, thinking, wow, yeah, it was, so psychological. It's a huge thing that we experience. It may not be physical, but psychological can impact on us physically and mentally. So, when did we say when? Sorry. But thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to next year and supporting the kaupapa going forward. Even if it means to do more fundraising to support this kaupapa. Awesome, and love. Just want to talk a bit about this piece. When Chris said that it's the first time that our Tāne had seen this now. Brendan shared with us, and we shared with Brendan through just in one day what we experienced in an hour. But Sister and I sat afterwards, must have been for about 2 hours, just talking about this, and just all these bits of artwork create the conversation for positivity, and just blowing away, just talking about, I can't remember, but the dimensions of this whole kaupapa and just Hine Ora, and it's deep, and I just love that we can share that as and we can do that more in terms of writing beautiful kaupapa.
Ko te mea, ko te aroa, a te Hine Ora. Tēnā koe everybody. My name is Mark. I'm from Togo. I participated in Tāne Ora over there. I te toko your fellows mahi because it helps. Ones who have been going down the wrong track. Ones like myself, we need good support, positive support. And I'd just like to say the mahi te tizo we're doing, and te kaupapa te you give. Thank you very much. We have a lot of habits in our walk, and a lot of them
nau mai, hara mai, me te nau mai, hara mai ki te tātou whare, te whare kura. E tautoko ana ahau i tēnei kaupapa. A kura nei mai a māo ko Chris, te taho te kura, mai ho te rataha kia māo i whakatika, kia kōrua ngā kai hautū, ngā whakaruru hau tēnei kaupapa, ngā kai tiaki o tēnei kaupapa, ngā mihi kia kōrua kia ko tēnei. Ko koutou, ko tātou e pupuri ana i te mauri. O tēnei mea te taha tāne, te taha wahine. Kai roto i a tātou katoa.
We'll move on to the next part of the place. But before we do, I just want to acknowledge William's fire that sits in this room. She was giving me a little brief discussion about helping with some of the tukutuku. And so I'm not going to speak for her. However, I won't force her in a position to speak for herself either today. But what my tono to you is Whai Miriana, who has just left, is trying to recapture a lot of that information, and we said that would help as well in some way, so that it can be a taonga to give back to the kura. And because they have only a little book with bits and pieces missing, and so they want to collate it again to whakatika, to honour the people that created this beautiful whare kura for us to be a part of. And so I encourage you to go and see Whai Miriana and give her some of your beautiful kōrero, because it's invested within you, but nobody else has that. So here to kia koe, and thank you for coming.
We want this to be the most used.
Came back every single week. So for a boring thing, a boring place, I wondered why he kept coming back. But I've gotten to grow very fond of this young man, and he even caused me fire today. So I must be a boring fire. He gets sick of listening to me, but I know that he loves, I think what he came for was mainly the pictures, but I also know that he's learned something, because I've seen a huge transformation in this young man. And he's very, very respectful, he's very, very kind and loving towards us, and we got to know each other a bit more over the Pedal for Petera event, and he's also very cheeky, but I love that cheekiness about him, because he reminds me of myself as well.
Yeah, the other thing that I've come to love about you too is the fact that you're actually a real deep soul. And we've had conversations, same with William. Also, when I was listening to, I was a Christian mate, wasn't I? And then out of the blue, this young man comes out with some of the most deepest, profound conversations I've ever heard. And he's usually quite quiet. And I was like, oh, okay, you're one of those guys. But you're a very wise young man in that body. And with all the things that you sort of project, oh bro, we know the truth. And I'm going to enjoy seeing more of that come out over time. But see you, mate.
Te mai oro.
Thank you.
This Tāne is known. Oh, this Tāne is known. This Tāne is known for several things in our community. People have got cheeky about his beliefs and the things he does from time to time. He told us about some of the things that people used to call him in the community, and but we've only known this man as the most beautiful, humble man. This humble Tāne that came to be with us. He sought out of his way in amongst his little journey that he was on, one part there, to phone Reef and say, when's that Tāne Ora starting? Because I want to come back and I want to spend time with Tāne Ora and the whānau there. So I just want to say thank you to this Tāne, because he's brought along not only himself, he's brought two members of his whānau to this kaupapa as well. So he's also brought his wahine to Hine Ora because of a consequence of him meeting us and us meeting his whānau, and also his sister to wāhine ora, so I just want to mihi to this tāne because I can see the commitment not only for today but for tomorrow, for your future and for your future generations. And I'm looking forward to hearing about your children in the future and the transformations they also make as a consequence of you choosing to make those changes. So, thank you, Hal.
I'm sure Peter Jackson and someone else hold the phone.
Someone else needs to hold the phone, because I think someone else is behind the phone.
Remember, get more funding.
Couldn't get a tripod.
This Tāne, well, he's super special. He's like a blimmin' lightning bolt. 1 minute he's there, the next minute he's gone. And if you want something to happen, I'll just say to you.
Give me the camera.
If you want something to happen, I'll just say to you that he's the man to make it happen. He's the Tāne to make it happen. Because all you need to do is just say, we want to do this, and he's off. He's gone. He hasn't even heard the end of the sentence. He's just gone. And he's an inspiration to lots of young people within this community. He brasses people off because he won't take no for an answer. He will fight, the good fight, but he'll fight it in the right way. And I just want to say, and this young man is coming up to 50 this weekend. And so I just want to ask that we sing happy birthday on behalf of the Tāne. So, and then I'll hand it over to Brendan. So, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Chris, happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Oh man, I've got a people. I've had somebody tell me with the wānanga somebody who brings and leads people together. Bro, since the time that I've met you to this point, even everything that you did, helping to raise funds for people, you've been that person that's gone out and woven the community like I've never seen before in the way that you do it. You just blow me away, bro. In my eyes, you're a wānanga. And I know Peter had a senior, the exact same thing. It's a very rare individual who can reach out and bring people together for a common cause in the way that you do it. And you know, to me, you're a very important person in this community. Very important person. We need more people like you, bro. So, big love to you, bro.
Can I just say that it's the pre-European, we didn't have birthdays, so we're only going to go and give them birthdays so we can have a driver's license and a criminal record. Because I had this really deep conversation with someone today, so how did you have birthdays before? How did Maori people have birthdays before Europeans go? So we didn't. We didn't say you had 28 moons or whatever. We didn't have birthdays though. We got up, you made a call, you did your jobs today when it was dark, you went to bed. So yeah, it's only a number.
That's as good as what it's done. Now that he...
I don't feel 47.
Okay, I just want to acknowledge these Tāne, James Palmer, Calvin Mania Poto, Billy Jean Mare Kura Kremlin, Peter the Hallett Jr., Peter the Hallett Senior. They all completed Tāne Ora as well, and their tohu are here, and we will get those off to them. These Tāne participated but didn't quite complete, but they can always come back, and that's Harley Stevens, Chicago Albert, Matt Puhi, Wirata Jacobs, Stanley Marsden, and Penny Moike. And so we just want to acknowledge all of those Tāne that actually arrived here. Majority of the time they stayed, but we're not into soft crediting here. You got to do the whole waka, not just come off and on the waka and think that you're going to get a tohu that's going to say you've done all of this, because otherwise we're just defeating the whole purpose of Tāne Ora and wāhine ora. So now we come over to the wānanga taha, and I'm just going to put them in some kind of order here. Excuse me.
Yep. So come in here.